Right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm baffled by this. Big shout out to Yellow Flash, actually, because I saw this on his video. The Batman is being slammed for using practical effects. Normally that's a win. But the practical effects are real guns, and it produced, obviously, a real Flash. Now, people are like, no, that's unacceptable, we can't have that. Because, of course, the situation with Alec Baldwin, which I'm very familiar with. I've done so many videos on it now. But we're dealing with apples and oranges here. Complete difference. There's a complete difference. You're looking at one wholly incompetent, low-budget, tiny little bit of a production versus a $200 million production, which ran, for all things considered, incredibly smoothly, and no injuries on set. I mean, they're apples and oranges, mate. That's like blasting Keanu Reeves and John Wick for having prop guns on set. Like, why would you... There's no incident. What's the problem? But, oh, hey, that really good scene where he comes out of the dark. This is in the trailer. No spoiler. Comes out of the dark and it's all flashing. Yeah, that was real. And people are like, oh, you can't do that. Why? What's wrong with you? What is wrong with people? This incessant desire to just hate on stuff. It's so strange. So here we have it. And again, like I said, shout out to Yellow Flash for this. I didn't even know this existed. What you're actually seeing is a scene that was lit with the muzzle flashes. We did do it practically. Matt Reeves on the Batman's striking hallway scene. That was beautifully shot and beautifully choreographed, beautifully edited, and came out absolutely amazing. But no, ladies and gents, oh no. Dylan. This is really unnecessary. There's literally no need to ever have guns on a set nowadays. Not even firing blanks. CGI is good enough to make it look realistic nowadays. And there are even practical on-set methods to simulate muzzle flashes that don't require pulling a trigger. I'm sure there is, yeah. But no one died from this, so what's the issue? 2 actors have died from blanks, and no one learns from it. Yeah. Well, one was the Crow. That was the last person previous to Helena Hutchins, the cinematographer. I mean, that's it. It's not exactly frequent because people abide by the safety standards. But people are like, oh no, well, one person's... That's like saying we can't have cars because one person's, because we could all just jump on trains. There's other methods that don't kill people. What a load of absolute bollocks. 2 out of thousands over the course of 100 years worth of film. Come on now. Yeah, precisely. At some point, that's going to be 5 to 10, maybe even 20. Yeah, there is an acceptable level of death associated with everything, ladies and gents. Funnily enough. I know, it's tragic for you guys to realise this. Mind blown. It's like saying no one dying from COVID. We can't have anyone dying from COVID. No, there's an acceptable rate of death. Like in the UK, we're installing these things called smart motorways, where they open up a part of the road which is traditionally used as, an emergency stop for vehicles, and yet people are literally being mowed down by trucks because they haven't realised. But that's acceptable, right? Smart motorways are fine because there's an acceptable rate of death, funnily enough. It's just ridiculous. It really is. And then you're going to start to wonder if you're okay with standing in front of a gun that shoots blanks. I mean, you would be if you trusted everyone, wouldn't you? It's been 100 years. The number is only at 2. Statistically, it would take 10. It would take 1,000 years for that number to hit 20. I'll join your crusade in the midst of my 15th reincarnation, I promise. Damn, you killed him. Well, then he only has 14 lives to go up until the number of people killed on set. I mean, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? And he continues, this fool. The thing is, it is not about what the probability is for you to get shot by a blank bullet. If you don't get that, then that's on you. No, it is. It actually is, because the statistical likelihood is so low because the safety standards work. But to me, that's 2 people, far too many. I mean, it is, I agree, but those were really tragic incidences. Yeah. And then, of course, people are just like, it sucks, me. Same with Rust, and look what happened. I mean, come on, behave. Oh, God. God. That, again, you're dealing with apples and oranges here. The stuff which happened on Rust has got nothing to do with this. Completely different scenario. Like, false comparison. Really false comparison. Unreal. But these people, they just can't be reasoned with. This is the individual that started the whole sort of discussion about it. I don't think you understand the amount of skill it takes to create a real looking gun effect. I take a slightly subpar gun effect over the risk of a real one. It's just a movie. Right, okay. Twitter's really messing up today as well. I can't load shit. It's so frustrating. I just don't understand. Like, the practical effects worked. It was really, really good. Then you'd moan that the Batman didn't look real or he was walking weird. For a shot like this, practical is the best choice. It is. I mean, that was a great shot and it worked very, very well. This would look way better with practical over CGI and would be a hell of a lot more expensive and time consuming. Agreed. This was shot well before the tragic incident with Baldwin. Again, that's the other thing that people don't seem to... You know, people's concept of time on movies is so weird. They're like, I've seen the movie and I've seen it after an incident's happened, therefore it must have been shot afterwards. No, idiot. What is wrong with people? How do you not understand that? Like, they're in production for ages. Honestly, no. Honestly, no. Good move not spending more money on CGI. The CGI we got in the movie was already decent. Would have only been worse. Agreed. You know, they spent their budget quite nicely. I assumed it was practical because the lighting was phenomenal. I hoped that it was, with props designed to simulate the flashes. It's unfortunate that they used real guns. I'm just glad they were safe and nobody got injured. Good props department. Get a light up. Get a light up one next time though. But you don't need to. Like, it worked. They did really well. Hi. Please never criticize anything again before people take you seriously and actually do even more CGI. Yeah, no one wants this level of CGI in a film. Yeah, it just doesn't work. They did really, really well with this. But no, practical effects. We can't have practical effects now because my safety. And this is, again, you know, I stand by this. Having covered the Rust situation extensively, if you follow the procedures, you're safe, you're fine. You are. Statistical likelihood is you're going to be absolutely fine. Such a shocking turn of events. Oh, practical, can't have that. Oh, just blasted. What a pile of nonsense. Just can't have good things, ladies and gents. We can't have good things.